Yes, it's time. It is time. That's right.
Time.
For the Retro Handhelds Podcast, we are back again for Season 5, episode, what is this? Episode 23, I think?
23,
Man,
oh yeah.
I think we're approaching like 200 episodes of this show total
It's
now.
great. It lets me count how many weeks there are in a year.
Yeah, it lets you know how many weeks there are, because we have not missed a week this year.
I don't think so.
Well,
no, I don't think. I guess in
January.
the
we
did.
started in like
Yeah.
late January, right?
That's
so,
true.
all
That's
right.
true.
Yeah, post CES.
Post CES, that's right. Well, you might be wondering, where is Ban today? He can't be here with us tonight. He has run amok.
He chose to be on WWE Raw tonight.
He's guest starring
That's what he's doing.
in WWE Raw. I have sent out some of our best people to capture him, drag him back to my attic. I mean, to his house, and it'll all be fine. But nevertheless, beyond that, it's a new day. And guys, I don't know about you, but I have been glued to the TV watching this WWE Legends still. Rob, I hear you're
got me
watching it
hooked on
too.
that show. I've been
I'm
up
back at
till
it.
2 o'clock every morning watching the damn thing.
Now, all of us now are talking about pro wrestling again after, what, 20 years?
So you know,
I
is
love it.
band James Ellsworth or Hornswoggle?
I don't know what you just said. I'm like 20 years behind in lore, so
Oh my god.
I don't know what any of that means. I'm gonna have to
Oh,
get caught up,
I'm gonna have
man.
to. Yeah, I gotta. Okay. You know what a jobber is?
I know what a hand hibber is.
That's. Mm. Okay. Hi guys.
Hey, man. Oh, everybody. Yeah.
Set that
So
up perfectly.
Andrew, who is the shill tonight, he's on the show. Retro Tech Dad, of course, is back with us. Live audience. I hope you're all doing well. I will do my best. I have a little bit of a cold, as you can probably hear in my voice, but I'm going to sip on some agua here and keep
Sip
it
on a
going.
Scissorp.
Yes, sir.
Your voice, man, I don't know. How do
You
you
know
keep
what?
the ladies off you?
Well, I lost my voice. Well, now I lost my voice because I was calling up Vince McMahon and I was screaming at him, and I was like, "Bro, why did you give us a copyright claim?" Last week's episode, we showed a little bit of footage of the WWE, and the WWE themselves copyright claimed our channel. And I called him up right away, and I was like, "Dude, you already have a bad name for yourself. Why are you doing this? Why?" And
We
they wouldn't
showed
take
like
it away.
5 seconds of
5
footage.
seconds of a match or
Literally.
something.
No
It was like
audio.
It was like 15 seconds, but like, all right. So they said they denied our appeal, and they said, no, you will not show the WWE on your podcast. And so we had to remove the clip from the show. We never remove clips from our show. It was ridiculous. And Vince McMahon, he's on my shit list now. That's it. I can't handle it. And so, you know what? It's fine. It's fine.
Is it though?
No. We were basically promoting them. We're
Yeah,
promoting them
we were.
again by even talking about them.
Right?
Come on now. So I have reached out and I said, you know what? The fight's going to happen one way or the other. You're going to either come on this show and we'll have a fight of words, or I'm going to be on your show and we'll have a fight of fists.
Okay.
So
You do it. You do it, Stubbs.
So you
Just make
tell
sure
me.
you get all of us tickets.
You tell me, Mr. McMahon, what's it going to be? I'll get you
Oh
tickets.
man, that would be amazing.
So, you know, that's what I'm dealing with over here. Andrew, what have you been up to this week?
It's Monday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can feel
So
that.
this weekend was Mother's Day stuff. My
Yep.
wife worked yesterday, so we did Mother's Day on Saturday, kind of thing. So I
Oh,
wasn't
that's a
really around
bummer.
very much.
Happy Mother's
Um,
Day.
That's right. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there.
All the moms.
Yep. And then yeah, today has been up. Didn't go to bed till late. Woke up super early because wife had to go to work early, take care of the little one. And then just been playing Tony Hawk.
Yeah, I noticed you guys have been playing it
Same.
a lot today.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you cheated and I'm trying to defeat you.
Yeah, because Andrew and I were like,
If I
why?
cheated, I would go for a better score than like 519,000.
We were like,
But that's how you keep the suspicion off of you, is you keep it low.
that's right. Andrew and I both were like, how do we get good at this game? Because Rob's like, I beat it no problem. What's your deal?
Hey, don't you
it's a
see my
skill
footage
issue.
in the background there of Andrew? That's my
Yeah.
clip.
That's
right
that's your run. Yeah. And so it gave us a little tip, maybe try the manuals, use the manuals in the game, both, figuratively and literally, and combo some moves together. And I've been getting good. I'm getting better scores. I don't know about you, Andrew, but we're pulling ahead. Game of the month.
Yeah, so that's what it is game of the month. Tony Hawk's
Game
one of
of
the
the
games of the
month,
month. Yeah. And I'm on the cruise ship, and all I
Oh,
have
sweet.
is the 500K.
Nice.
The cruise
Okay.
that the cruise ship took me a bit. I definitely struggled just hitting 500K.
Yeah.
Like
and
how?
I got to like 421, and then like my hand cramped. So I was like, okay, I need to like step away for a bit. So then I picked up, and I've been playing that on the Odin 2 portal.
Nice.
So then I decided to pick up a much smaller handheld that also cramps my hand. And I have been. I'm in the middle.
I did it on the 406 H, and I definitely regretted it because I should have picked a device with a slightly better D-pad.
Trim you my
Heck
brick,
yeah.
sir.
Heck
Yeah.
And I'm in. So I've already beat the game of the week. Was it Alien?
Same.
Alien
I just did
something.
it last night. Alien
Alien
Crush.
Breed?
Yeah, that's a.
Crush.
Yeah.
Alien
And
Crush.
I beat this like what we needed to do on the first run,
Sure.
like that I started, but
Yeah.
I got better, and I'm at 15 million right now. And then I opened up our completion thread and saw that Azil got 44 million. So I'm gonna probably finish this run out and then just focus on Tony Hawk, and then I'll pivot over to Zelda.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. So I'm gonna do Tony Hawk, and I'm gonna pivot to Patapon. That's right.
I'm saving Patapon for
It's
last.
the worst game ever.
Why? What's your problem with Patapon?
It's too repetitive.
But you're Pataponing, man. I mean, you get to do it, and it's rhythmic, and there's music, and it's And Dead Fred owns a Tony Hawk signed NFT. So what's up now?
What does that have to do with Patapon?
I don't know.
Stuff.
I'm just changing the
But
subject.
that's awesome, Fred.
Dead Fred, come back on the show, sir. Next Monday, perhaps.
Pride Tunes is incorrect.
Bada ban.
I warned you all.
Patapon.
15 hours is rough.
Oh, I see Nintendo lawyers in the chat trying to bait me. Stugats, what's up, y'all? Any ideas on best ROM sets? Well, I'm not going to tell you where to find like the tiny best set go or any sort of like myriad of various ideas you could pull up there.
Perhaps Google.com.
It's not.
Yeah, I was
like,
going to say, who owns YouTube that you're watching this on? Just go to that website.
Right. Who is the owner?
There's a great library that
who
that
owns
hosts
the
a lot
Earth?
of stuff.
How much does the Earth
Wrong.
cost?
How much does the Earth cost and the cap scored?
Yeah. All right, guys. So we have a fun show tonight. It'll be maybe hosted by Rob tonight, since I can barely talk, but we're gonna get through this.
You sound so beautiful, though. I mean,
Well, you know what?
Sultry.
As Phoebe said on
it's very
Friends,
sultry.
with the Smelly Cat song, you know what? She had her sick voice, and they called it her sexy sick voice. So maybe that's I'll just embrace it here.
You have a sexy, sick voice, yeah.
Well, it's
Yeah,
because I'm
I think you should
sick
embrace it.
and tired of these tariffs, and we have to talk about it again tonight. That's one of the topics, Rob.
I know it is.
That's
I
one
know.
of the things.
I actually was trying to read up on it beforehand to make sure I
Very-
get every little detail about it.
Very confusing to follow hour by hour, but we're up to date to the minute. We updated our article. Andrew updated the article this morning, so to inform you all of what's going on our website. The big tariff article. Also, check out RH Weekly for the latest there. Bunch of stuff going on this week. We're going to be talking about the RG34xx SP launch that's happening this Friday. The RP Mini V2 is suddenly on sale and actually have a unit on the way. We're going to be talking about that. ROG Ally 2 has 2 variants coming. New Eden Switch emulator. So Eden's one that's been really been hyped up lately because the developer from Citron, I guess, is making this. And so it's a big deal. Citron is like the main branch of the latest hotness for Switch emulation. So Eden is in its debut state. SaveState app, which is a really cool app that lets you manage all your save state files from your various places, Steam, Minecraft, all your emulators. Talk about that. And we're going to be unboxing, unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, the R34xx. What is this? Stay tuned. Find out. All coming up in today's episode of the Retro Handhelds Podcast, your source for retro handheld news. With that, producer Sony, should we show the people what this whole new RG34xx is all about?
No.
Well, we're going to do it anyways.
Probably the biggest news from last week, I'd say.
Yeah. Well, and they said they're going to be shipping this out to reviewers very, very shortly here. In fact, one reviewer over at RG Handhelds, Jutley's, posted a video. He got his early, and Anbernic actually reached out to him and said, hey, take that down, because believe it or not, they're placing an embargo on this handheld, much like Ioneo did with their latest Ioneo Ace. Which is very strange because 2 handheld makers now putting embargoes on reviews, which we have never really seen this on retro handhelds before. So
embargoes are cool and all in theory, except that tomorrow's the 13th, and I think only one person actually has it in their hand.
One person, and it's on sale this Friday, the 16th. And now, if you don't know what this is their new clamshell with a 3:2 aspect ratio. It looks exactly like the Miu Flip. It is very much inspired by the Miu Flip. It has 2 joysticks. I mean, the SNES is a dead ringer for the Miu Flip.
I think, like, even down to the size, like
look at this.
Everything.
Like, this is the same thing. Like, is there any difference to you? Except for this is a 4:3 screen, and they're going to be doing a 3:2. And the big topic of debate is the fact
receding hairline on it.
is the forehead on the new one. Look at this look at the forehead on this.
The 10 head.
The 10, yeah, that's right.
It's got the it's got my receding hairline going on there.
Yeah, look at that forehead.
I saw someone comment that. I was just lost it.
They're losing their minds. People say, like, this such and such is breaking the internet. Well, this is something that's actually breaking the internet, breaking the community. Is the forehead on this handheld?
They could have centered it at least, like just a little bit, just a smidge.
Right, yeah. I mean, I like the colorways. Like, the blue is cool. The yellow is very much like they're in their Ronald McDonald era. So, like, they're embracing that.
Who the hell is going to be playing
madness.
Black Myth
I
Wukong?
saw this. This is
what?
madness.
That's the first handheld I would play Black Myth Wukong on. Come on.
This is madness.
So, again, last week we...
Go ahead.
Well, last week we were saying... At least I was saying, like, this is definitely an H700. And then there were things flying around saying, rumors saying, no, it's not an H700. It's a new chip. Turns out, guess what? It is an H700 again, compatible with all your firmware, which is nice. But it's going to be retailing for, $66.99, but the first 48 hours is going to be $59.99 USD. You can get it on Amazon right now and pre-order for $100. Don't do that. Way too much money, because Anbernic says they're going to have US stock available. That's why they're doing this embargo, so it'll be in warehouses in the US, so you should be able to buy it as soon as the embargo is up, which should be this Friday. I assume it's this Friday.
I think that's why they were delaying it a little bit, just so they were delaying it stock for the US warehouse as well.
They wanted it to go better, than the RG557 launch, which is like, hey, we all stayed up. Like, are we going to order this? Are we going to get it? Want. No stock available for US. Now, Canada and other countries, I think, are also getting held back from the release because of the US here. So they're also needing to wait. In which, are we sorry? Are we sorry to Canada? Well, I feel bad a little bit. Andrew says no. He's shaking his head. But you know what? This is just kind of how it goes, and they're trying to find their own way in the chaos of the tariffs and everything changing right now.
So part of me hates the GameCube inspired colorway because it's got Famicom colors on it. Like everything about that, the buttons are so wrong. It's driving me nuts.
Yeah.
Well, you think it's going to be clicky buttons
I
or
like
what?
the purple.
I like the purple itself. I just don't like the color they chose for the buttons.
Right.
I don't know why they did that. The gray is nice. I mean, it's boring color, but it's nice.
Like that's what it needs
I
to look
agree.
like.
Yes.
Like you don't have to give me the yellow joystick. That's cool, but just this is perfect.
Okay. Well, more to come on that. So it's their 3x2 H700. We already got that from the 34xx here, but this will be the clamshell variant. And they did well on the 35xx on their hinge, guys. Like that hinge was awesome.
Mm-hmm. And the hinge looks the same too. If you take a closer look at it, you'll see it has like the double hinge going on there.
Way better than the flip here, which I'm again afraid to open too many times that it's going to snap. All they need to do is not break that hinge and have a good hinge. Not asking much. Not asking much. Design. Yeah, I mean, it might kill the flip entirely. We'll see. This is a little more. I think the 3566 is a little more powerful than the H700, right, Andrew? Is that right?
Yes. No,
it is.
The 3566 is slightly more powerful. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So Miu might edge ahead a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, but that's if you can make sure that your firmware works for more than a week.
Right.
Before you lose your saves.
I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah. And my SD card.
Yeah, I think the flip has got a lot of things just going on with it. It's just.
This might kill the flip. Look at that hinge. It's a smooth graduation of opening up the lid there.
I think the flip killed itself, basically.
Pretty much. We got the
maybe version 4 will be the one to go.
Maybe. Oh no. Miu, come on.
They only been working on this for how long, and then Anbernic comes in a week later, they made a better version.
Like I love the flip. I love the flip. It is the most wonky handheld in my collection. I love it. But this might put it to rest for forever. Other things about this. So you do have Alps joysticks, by the way. We got a review guidelines from Anbernic this morning. So I don't know
which makes no sense.
All these details, but yeah, it has Alps joysticks like the 557. It has a 3,300 milliamp hour battery, 2 gigabytes of RAM, mono front firing speaker, and the same old H700 specs otherwise. So, and the reason it has that giant forehead, by the way, is because there's a magnet in that forehead that helps it snap closed. So that's why it's a little bigger. But they could have definitely centered that screen a bit more, I feel like.
What I wish they would have done, not centering the screen, because then you just have a big chin and a big head. But
don't want a big head. Silicon Valley taught me that.
No. Take the 35xx, the 35 SP, and just put sticks in it.
Yeah.
Like, if it's got to be a little bit thicker on the bottom to account for the sticks, cool. But I would have preferred that, I think, than having the forehead. But I haven't seen it in person yet, so I don't know. The reason why I like the flip so much is because it's smaller than the SP. It's more pocketable, and I was enjoying taking it with me. I was literally throwing it in my pocket everywhere I went until it ate my save states and my software.
So I think the nice thing about this one, I believe it's a little bit thinner than the 35xx SP.
Yeah.
It's almost the same size as the Miu Flip.
Yeah, it's definitely smaller.
Yeah.
Anbernic is going for blood on this, though, aren't they? Like Super Bottle brings up a good point. If anyone loves eating someone else's lunch, it's Anbernic. They will not let any other handheld maker get ahead in anything because they're like, oh, you're doing this? Oh, we're going to do that. And maybe we won't do it better, but by gosh, we're going to get it in stock and you're going to be able to buy it. And it's going to be pretty good. and it's going to have firmware. We're going to have custom firmware options from our devs in the community, and they just kind of make it work. And they somehow skirt by a lot of drama by just their current model. I don't know how, but they're doing it. Retroid is not in that same sort of position where they're able to make these little funny, funky mistakes. Every little thing gets dragged through the mud for them. It's so funny how different makers get treated a little bit differently here.
Cost of devices, because
The cost of devices, that's also another
the
point to it,
557
yeah.
isn't the 557 isn't having as warm of a reception as
It's
Anbernic
not getting
RG34xx.
it's not getting warm
price.
reception. It's getting roasted a bit, but it's also not like, it's not this huge outcry of, oh my god, we need to get the torches out, and it's not
That's
that level.
true.
It's more of like, well, I'm probably not going to buy it though. Well, the
It
sticks
also
are a little
helps that
small.
they're still selling the 556, I think. So like
They
Right.
are,
you
yeah.
have other options. There's
You
the
do.
406H and stuff like
You
that.
do.
Whereas in
Yeah,
Retroid,
they're,
it's
they're
like
pulling an old
that's-
Microsoft
it.
strategy. We've got a console for you.
yeah. This is an Xbox.
Well, okay, guys. So, that is that. Let's see. All right, and we are here. Breaking news from Retroid.
Was that Sue?
Don't worry about that now.
It's
Chris covers
fantastic.
Chris covers in the Retroid Discord just at everyone right now and said, "We know there has been a lot of questions that have some customers feeling concerned about their order. With today's announcement regarding trade policy between China and the US, we've decided to extend our current shipping trial period until May 31st. So they were going to end their, they're going to take care of your tariff fees for you. They were going to end that on May 16th. Now they're going to extend that till the end of the month. This will give us the opportunity to explore every possible solution with shipping partners. So, they were saying that they were going to try a new shipping partner out. Okay, so, and they say tomorrow on 5/13, the Kiwi RP Classic will begin shipping. We aim to have all Kiwi, Teal, and Berry RP Classic orders shipped out by May 15th. We apologize for this delay. We appreciate your support as always. We can't wait for you all to experience just how awesome the RP Classic is. Keep gaming, Team Retroid. But can we buy the Kiwi and the Teal and the Berry? Or is that just
That's
every
the thing.
other part of the world?
Does the exemptions for the U.S. still stand, or what's going on there? Yeah.
Yeah. This transitions us into the tariff topic. I guess we should just kind of dig into that, huh? Yeah.
This seems like the right time to now start talking about the tariffs. Yeah.
Yeah. And before that, though, the RP Mini V2. Let's just dig into that real quick. This is all
That
connected.
just went up for sale. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
so they stealth dropped. I had no idea this was going on sale. I happened to wake up from a nap, or I was going to bed, and it was like 2 a.m. I was waking up, and I looked
Nap at 2 in the morning.
bleary-eyed. I know. I was bleary-eyed, and I'm like, what's this? And I'm like, Retroid just launched a handheld? Yeah, just randomly,
Yep.
no frills. They put it on sale, and I said, okay, all right. It is $199, so this means this is the V2. It has the corrected screens, the full real estate screen. You can, if you buy it within these first 72 hours, you get $10 off. There was that coupon. But if you want $20 off, actually feel free to message me on Discord, because I have 2 $20 off coupons sent from Retroid I can give out to our listeners here, to our audience. So if you're interested in buying this, first 2 people to reach out to me on Discord, or just ping me or tag me on our Discord, and I will hand those out. $20 off. But realize, if you're in the US, shipping is going to be more expensive than it is for other countries. So it's going to be up from $10 to $30 for 4Pix versus DHL. Now it's $30 to $55 with their new shipping partner in DHL. So basically, the coupon at best will reduce that shipping cost to about $10. So $210.
It's just so funny because we literally were talking about it that Monday right before they dropped this the same week, and
Right.
I was saying how it was a good idea. They should just sell it. I mean, even if it's just a black one, just sell it with that screen, and then here we go.
Yeah, I know, right? So That's what we've been wanting. Like, I didn't want to go through the craziness of trying to do
Yeah.
the screen repair. Andrew and I were on Discord earlier today watching Michaela from Team Retro do the surgery live, and that looked like a pain in the ass.
He
You know,
has some balls, man.
he does. He just goes for it. And I'm like, no, thank you. I want to buy the thing pre-made, put together. It comes in one color, just black. Easy
I'm okay with
peasy.
that though. I'm okay
Me
with
too.
that. Like I
Yeah.
think the black one makes sense given the aspect ratio, because then it just, again, if you do 4:3 content on it, it just kind of blends in with that black bezel, so it looks really nice.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm excited about this. I actually ordered this because I really didn't want to butcher my Saturn model. So
Nerdy by example, 16 months being a member. Thank you.
wow,
Thank you.
that's awesome.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, it's standard shipping is 25.
Mhm.
DHL is 55 for the Mini V2.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm pretty sure they're shipping, what they're doing, I think, to get around some of this is I think they're shipping it to another country, and then it's all going out from that country. So
I
they've
think
done
everybody is
something
doing
there,
that,
which is what
but
everybody's
nobody's
doing.
nobody's saying how it's being done.
So it's
No,
going
it's
to
just-
like Singapore, maybe.
Yeah,
as
so I know like Aya Neo has been doing it through Singapore. That's
they're
their
routing
whole,
it to Singapore, and then from
and then it
there they're
comes out
routing
from
it.
there.
Okay,
Mhm.
Yeah, that's how they're
Interesting.
avoiding the tariffs for the Ace.
that's what's happening. That's what's going
Yep.
on.
Yep.
Which is why they're saying, "Hey, we have a new way to avoid the tariffs for you all, but it's going to take an extra 10 to 15 days to
Yeah,
get
because
the,
I think, it's just the cost and then the time to ship it to wherever it needs to go first, and then
Right.
it goes outbound to wherever it actually has to go last. So
I might be misremembering, but that's not going to be a thing for INEO. Like they're not going to do that constantly moving forward. I think I saw they're going to stop after they're done shipping the Indiegogo orders for the Ace. I might be wrong about that, but that's what I remember hearing.
well, a good thing that INEO deals usually in devices that cost more than $800.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's true. Like if you bought an INEO 3,
Yeah.
you're good.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking, they're talking about their INEO 3, that's over $800, and so
Yep.
what big thing is it to them, with the exemption in place, like over $800, now it's down to 30 well, we'll talk about tariffs in a second
Yeah,
anyways.
that's a whole new thing today.
Down to
that happened.
30% from 140. I don't know, who knows. But the Mini V2, pretty cool. If this is how it should have been from the start. We've been saying that for months now. Now you can buy it. That's great. In the description, if you're interested to take a look, $10
They also
off.
said it's a limited release. I don't know.
That's right.
How true that is. Not trying to
Uh,
like do any FOMO here kind of thing, but they said that, I guess, is this probably going to be the only batch that they do, or what's the deal
Well,
with that?
Retroid doesn't usually lean into the FOMO stuff too much. Like
Yeah.
they don't usually do those fake kind of like, oh my God, get it, limited quantities. Somebody on our Discord actually went and tried to put in their cart 100 or 200 devices, and they saw that the stock was limited to like 176.
Okay.
They had 176 left. And so it does appear that there is a limited quantity. And then this is probably, and other people are saying, they did not make new devices here. They took the returns that people sent back to them, and they probably just refitted the screen, onto current devices that they had in stock. And that's kind of, I don't know if that's the case. This is just a guess.
Well, if you think about
but
it,
it
makes
makes
the
some
most
sense
out
financially.
they sent out the black ones as the screen replacement to people.
Right.
So you're probably not wrong about that, where this may have been just returns or units that they had quickly changed to the new screen or whatever, and just a way for them to offload whatever remaining stock they have.
Right. It's just, it would make the most sense financially, and the CEO mortgaging his house and all that, like they can't afford to probably go through a whole production line of new stuff, right?
Hey,
Like,
man,
they
you don't know how
have
many
to-
houses he has. Okay.
I don't know how many houses he has. 1, 2, 3, like how many on the beach, in the mountains,
Probably
in the city?
from sea to
Right.
shining sea.
It's from sea to shining sea.
Stubbs is going to
Yeah.
kill me before the end of the night.
But
Just
it
like-
is a
I
bummer
love you,
though what
man.
happened to the
No.
mini line.
Glad you're
though.
here.
It is kind of a bummer. I do wish they had the other ones still for sale, even with the 4:3 screen. I mean, I'm just like,
If we were to nitpick here, I would say that the only color being black It keeps it simple for them, but it's a
Yeah,
little
that's
it's a
okay.
little boring. So I would definitely get the extra buttons if we can get some DIY buttons, replace that, add a little pop of color on there, spice it up a bit, you know? Do some switcheroos.
Or just hear me out.
Okay.
Buy one of these.
Just get the RP Classic.
Which I absolutely love.
It's the same
Like,
screen.
It's so good.
But you
don't
lose the
fiddle with
sticks.
nothing?
No sticks.
Boo-hoo.
All right. Well,
oh, yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I got one of those laying around here too.
Hey, speaking of no sticks,
Hey.
I had a video about Switch games that work pretty well with it. You don't need
Yeah.
no sticks.
Yeah, Rob, you had an awesome video of all those 2D,
There's surprisingly a lot of games that work just fine with the D-pad, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, so yeah. Don't let that be one of the things that stop you. I mean, it's a $130 device that is really capable. I mean, it's kind of crazy how capable it is.
Well, and I like the workaround too of like using the joystick on the screen, you know, to be as your virtual joystick if you have to have one. It works all right. It works okay. Yeah, but it is sure a little lower powered. So yeah, the Snapdragon 865 is going to do you a little better.
865 is amazing. I mean, I'm just kind of blown away by how much it can do. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, there's been a lot of positive feedback from that. A lot from the Flip as well, but I think the Classic has outshined the Flip even, honestly.
You know, I've been using my Flip a lot, and I don't know what it is. I just get a lot of hand cramps on this one. It really bothers my hands.
I do, yeah. It cramps me up a bit too, but it's still the one I'm playing the most.
Interesting.
I'm playing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 on it. It's because like it's a clamshell. Like it's I always have it around. It's just so easy to tote around the house. Close it up. The only complaint I have about it, really, as far as its design goes right now, is the fact that the fan is on the bottom there, and you barely have any breathing room. Like, okay, the shoulder buttons give you a little bit of a bump out, so there's a little bit of breathing room if it's on a flat surface for the fan to not overheat the device. But if you put it down like a blanket or like on a pillow or something, like this thing starts cooking. It has no air pulling into the fan.
I'm so paranoid. Like I have that issue with pretty much any handheld that has the vents on the back. I'm like, yeah, there's no breathing, there's to happen there. So
yeah, and so I'm always like, it's the one thing I'm nervous about. And so what I've been doing actually is I have the case for it, and I'm putting it on top of the case, which gives it just a little bit. You can see it's very minimal, but just a little bit of airflow. And that's like better, than just placing like on my lap or on a pillow or something. So, it's the one thing. So the device gets a little toasty, just in general, I'm noticing. So for me, like that's the one thing I'm like, it gets a little warm, but beyond that, I'm using it more than any other Android handheld right now.
I've been using my Classic a lot. I love this thing.
I'm going to switch over to the review period for the Classic next, but I guess I should say I'm also working on the Flip 2 review stuff now, so that's another factor.
Andrew's raising his hand. He'd like
Andrew,
to
what's up,
speak.
man? Just
We
cut
have-
in. Just
we-
cut in.
We apparently have more breaking news.
Oh no!
jeez.
What is going on now?
That's
What
how you know
is
it's a
going
Monday.
on now?
That's how you know it's
so-
Monday.
Producer Sonny, I'm sending you the link. Sean from the writing team sent this in. They modified the tariffs.
Oh no! Come on. We haven't even started the
It's-
topic yet.
And that's why I'm just cutting it in now, so we don't get
Good
into it
timing.
and then find out later.
Let's just show this on screen. Whitehouse.gov.
Yeah,
That's a first for our podcast.
Yeah. So it's the tariffs.
Hope we don't
the
get a strike.
Yeah. The tariff is going from 120% to 54% for de minimis, like the under 800.
Okay.
Wait.
The under 800.
So they actually
stuff.
clarified about it now. Okay.
Wait,
'cause
what
we were
did you say,
unsure
Andrew?
about that. Yeah.
It's going from 120% to
Okay.
54%.
Oh,
The $100 per postal item is still in effect, but it will not be going up to $200 on June the 1st or 2nd or whatever
Okay.
it was.
okay. So it's going to be 50. Okay. So we'll just dive into tariffs now. So it's going to be 54% instead of 120% for items under $800 shipping from China to the US, is the fee, or $100 per item, whichever the brand that's the seller chooses which of those to use.
I think it's is it the seller or the shipper?
Seller or
Like
the
shipping
shipper?
company.
I guess the shipper would pick, right?
I don't know. I honestly
Yeah.
don't know.
I'm not sure there.
I've read this stuff and I still don't know.
It's very, I mean, it's very confusing. Like we're trying to understand it, and it's so funny, like just changing in the middle of the show. All right, well, we just roll with the punches here.
Because it's not like it's worded as if if the $100, whatever one is more, they're not doing that. You know what I mean? It seems like it's at the discretion of someone.
So
That's not
54%
us.
of the value added on. So like you're paying the full price of the item plus 54% of its value, or $100.
Yeah, so like an easy one, which Dead Fred gave us a good example. $100 product is $155 now.
Is $155 now.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're looking at, a Retroid, for instance, like a $200 Retroid is going to be
An extra 110.
110.
Yeah.
Or no, in that case, they could pick the $100 option. So it'd be
That's
$10
true.
less. So that'd be an instance where the $100 one would go.
Yeah, so I think that's where they would go with that option, where it ends up being cheaper.
And it seems like a lot of these companies, they're choosing instead of having customs contact you, they're building the prices of these tariffs into the shipping prices now. And they're going to take care of it, so you don't need to be bothered by that. So either way, you're paying more money, but there's a little more convenience there. That seems to be
point as well. Retroid wasn't actually even making use of that exemption anyway, because remember they were shipping through DHL and 4PX, and they were also charging for shipping, I believe.
Right.
So they're not trying to get like free postage essentially, or really reduced postage rates.
Mm-hmm. Right. It's yeah. So they're working their way around this.
Yeah, I mean, I know I was saying it offline before, but I think like even this is a perfect example of it. Just the same day that we're getting more news about it. I think just consumer confidence in general, at least in the United States, is just very low.
I know,
all I'm gonna
right?
say.
In Quadzilla here says, all the options suck. Yeah, it's not ideal.
Basically.
Like, this is not an ideal time to be buying devices in this hobby. It's not an ideal time to be reviewing devices in this hobby or even talking about them. But nevertheless, this is the most interesting time in history for these devices in this niche. They're becoming so just what they're able to do is so just cool that it sucks so we still want to talk about them, right? But they're pain to acquire. So, all right.
Yeah, talking about like companies baking in the price. Lenovo went up again on the Legion Go S, the Z2 Go SteamOS version that's coming soon.
How much is it now?
$599. It's $100 more than what they announced.
Oh,
Get
right,
out of here!
Right. So yeah, that's the one that was $499, then went to $549, then went to $599.
$599.
And I was joking. I said, "Hey, now that some adjustments been made to the tariffs, you think Lenovo's going to drop the price?" No, of course not. They're just going to leave it as is, because why would they drop it?
And we lost Stubbs.
The best part is that Stubbs has known about this. We've talked about this before.
I didn't know it went up to $599. I just saw that today.
It went up a few weeks ago. Yeah, they did it again.
Shaking my head.
The Z1E variant with 32 gigs of RAM is now up to $829 from $749.
Which gives me very little hope for the Go 2. The Go 2 will 100% be more than $1,000.
It gives me very little hope for the Ally X2.
I know.
Well, okay, you said Go 2. I thought you meant Z2 Go. Like in my brain, it registered Z2 Go.
The naming is terrible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello,
But,
dear.
like,
Yes, dear. Hi, chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, they raised the price on this twice before it even released.
I was really looking forward to both. I didn't know Asus might release the Ally this year, because I know that they were waiting for AMD. But like after we saw the Legion Go 2 at CES, I loved my Legion Go, and I was planning on buying the Legion Go 2. But at this rate, it's going to be $1,500.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm worried about. There's no way that's going to be under $1,000 when it drops. I just don't see it happening.
Yeah. No, and it's what you see with like the Ioneo stuff. All of the what's it called? The naming schemes are so stupid. the AI H370 XXX. I don't know what the hell it's called.
Right.
All of those handhelds that are currently available from like iNeo and the other AOK Zoe, I think
Yeah.
is another one, 1X Player. They're all at least $1,100.
And I guess the Lenovo said that their go-to is going to be over $1,000, is what producer Sony's saying here in our private chat. And
I'm not surprised.
Producer Sony actually runs the Lenovo Discord, or the Lenovo Go Discord. Something
What?
people might not know. Yeah, right? I know.
TIL.
What's interesting about this too, and I know we talked about this, I forgot when, but recently, the Windows version of this with double the RAM and double the storage, I believe, is right now $599, or at least it has been in the past. So it's kind of interesting is that you could literally just go out and buy that version, get more storage, more RAM, and get it right now if you wanted to, and still most likely load up SteamOS on there without any issues. So,
Or just use Bazzite.
yeah, that which is great. That's what I have on mine. So Bazzite's really good on this device. Yep, there it is. It's right there for $519. It's the same price. So the pricing's all out of whack. It just none of it makes any sense.
Yeah.
But plus we get Switch 2. How long is Nintendo going to wait before they increase the price on? Because I wasn't like Stubbs and walked to some podunk GameStop and got a free order. I was up until 3 o'clock in the morning, having 17 windows open and seeing everybody else get one, but none of my screens will refresh. So how long, how long and how much is Nintendo going to start charging extra?
And then you got Microsoft that just raised their prices, so
Yeah, but that's not a new product. Like the Series
No,
X and the
I know,
Series S,
I
I don't really care. Like it sucks.
it's okay. Nobody else did.
But I don't care. The thing that does actually suck about Microsoft raising prices is they're going to be raising first party game titles. That sucks. Because that's going to affect
everyone was pointing fingers to Nintendo, which kind of started the whole increases.
Yeah.
And I guess Microsoft said, hey, let's do it too. And most people are expecting that Sony's probably going to fall in line with this as well. And it's just going to be the new standard going forward.
People are gonna be tripling down on sailing the high seas for the Switch 2 games. I am positive.
It's the same problem we're seeing in the streaming world of, like video streaming, where you have 15 different services and you need to be subscribed to all of them just to be able to keep up with the shows or movies that you want to watch, which is ironic because the whole point of streaming was that it was so accessible and easy and cheap that people just didn't bother pirating anymore because of that. And now it's kind of going back full circle again. So gaming industry will have to probably contend with that. I'm pretty sure, or people are just going to wait for sales and, yeah.
Rob,
yeah.
You wouldn't download a car.
You wouldn't download a car, man.
Yes.
You're
welcome. You're welcome. I know Andrew wanted to use that.
So Nintendo now is warning people, if you use it in any way other than the way they want you to, they're going to brick your Switch, which goes directly against the new right to repair law that's, passed in Washington, which is where Nintendo of America is stationed. So it's, talk about breaking laws. And so they're doing it themselves. It's kind of this whole hypocritical thing a bit. But they're saying like, hey, if you do anything out of line with your Switch, we will ban your account permanently. And so they're just really, it's not too much fun to be a modern gamer these days, it feels like, which brings me back to the point of like, hey, retro gaming is where it's at. It really is. Like, that's just no DLC, no craziness, no DRM, just play games.
What's that game that everybody's been playing this past week? That other than
Clair
Obscure?
Clair Obscure. Yeah, that's my next game.
It's a great game.
The thing that sucks is that there are these bangers that come out.
Yeah,
and that game was $49, by the way.
Right, but this is the way that things are going now. I don't even know what's going to happen because everything's going to cost more. The gaming industry's already been decimated as it is. Like we see, it's every other day that another studio is getting shut down, or like big corporations cutting costs, and then the next day you hear about record profits. It's both a good time to be a gamer and an awful time to be a gamer.
Yeah, it's just like, how do they suck the fun out of everything?
Everything.
I don't know. I do not know. I understand the games, though, are going to be really good on the Switch too. They look really good. I get that.
They do.
However, everything else surrounding the company is just devoid of joy. So it's tough, man. It's tough to be a Nintendo fanboy for me right now. Sony, I'm still a Sony fan. Xbox, I'm interested to see what they're going to do here. They are partnering with Asus. You guys saw this, right? We got the prototype leaks
Oh
of the
yeah,
new Asus ROG Ally 2.
it's a looker.
There's
Can we
two
just call them
variants.
The ROG abomination.
They added ergo grips to the sides, and it does not look great. I actually reached out to Asus for comment about this one, and our rep was basically like, "Hey, we didn't know that this is what this is going to look like because Microsoft actually took this on as their project. So like they have been in R&D modifying the Ally.
Oh wow.
So Asus
What?
learned about this at the same time we did with the leak. So they say. Like we did not know this is what
I
this was
mean,
going to be.
it looks very prototype. I mean, you can tell by
It's
the
very-
plastic, the shell,
Oh,
and all
yeah.
that. Like for sure,
very
you know?
early engineering sample, but this
Yeah.
is what Microsoft wants to do with the console, as I understand it.
You
not
know, it's
Asus.
hideous looking, but at the end of the day, is it comfortable? And it probably will be very comfortable with those grips on the side. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah, I couldn't use the original Ally very much until I got rid of it.
Yeah.
And I can only use the Ally X, whatever. Yeah, the Ally X, with the D brand case because of the way that it conforms.
I mean, this does look like it's going to be more comfortable though, if this is what they're going with. But I
It
have to
just
imagine that.
It looks like me
Bad?
when
I
I
love
wake
the
up in the morning.
GameCube keyboard controller as an
Well,
example.
Supposedly, it's going to have a. I can't reveal like too much. They gave me a few things, but I can't reveal all the things. But like
Yeah,
one thing they said is
don't
going to be a.
don't break
No,
don't break things on the
we're not going to
stream.
break NDAs here, but there is going to be a larger battery than we've been used to. So even larger than what
Okay.
we've had on the Ally X. That's
I
what
know
do
the rumors were mentioning 99 watt hours, which gets them right
Holy-
That's
under for
The F-
airline restrictions.
The airline.
Oh,
What is
yeah.
it? The airline restriction, TSA restriction. Yeah. Yeah, that's sounds
Yeah,
about
a
right.
99 watt hour battery, if it's true, sounds first of all insane, and secondly, it sounds very heavy.
But just because it's a 99 watt hour battery, how much power is this chip drawing from that?
Yeah, that's
Like,
the other.
is it
concern.
going to
Yeah.
be?
1 second.
Are we looking at just like the levels of the Ally X battery life, which is great, but it's not quite the jump that we might have been hoping for from a 2, like the Ally
Right.
2.
Which
You know
is
what I
probably
mean?
why they're going even bigger with this one if they can. They're looking to put in a bigger battery to get that
And
to get it really up there. Yeah.
And I think when I was writing this article up, I think it said it. Now I don't know if this is just the Xbox version, if Asus is going to do something different, but the prototypes that we see here are both LCD panels. They're basically, I think they're
Mhm.
the same ones
The same display
as in
yes.
the Ally X. So no
Yep, so that-
OLED.
No, which I know a lot of people were voicing that they are upset about that. You know, they were hoping
again,
to see
that-
OLED as the next step for
Yeah.
this.
But that might
Yeah.
again, that might be Microsoft's decision is no, we're going to stick with LCD because it's more power efficient, blah, blah, whatever reasons they want to tell us. But then Asus with their version would be, or maybe they'll do like what Nintendo did and release multiple versions, or with like an OLED version and an LCD version.
Yeah, see, like I'm not as upset about it not having OLED. If that ends
Yeah.
up being the case, this display is so good on it, honestly, to begin with. And one, if it helps keep the costs down, which we're really going to want to see, you know, it just I think it's a good compromise. I don't think this is a bad panel, so I'm not as upset about them going forward with this if that ends up happening.
Seeing if
No,
there's
it's like-
anything else.
Like
that's
the
interesting
Lenovo,
here.
the Legion Go S, and that's an LCD panel, and it's still
That
fantastic.
screen is so good.
The
Man,
Legion
those-
Go is still the best non OLED screen on
I
a
agree
Windows
with that.
handheld.
I agree with that. Yep.
It's so beautiful. That's why the Y700 flies off the shelves, like in our community, because it's such a good screen.
But the,
At least
there's a lower
but
the
not
lower
this-
tier one is the white one, right, Andrew?
You can tell. You can tell. Go back to the front shots. So one has a
believe
very
so.
subtle Xbox logo that you can't see.
No, that it's not this one. I think
It's the black one. The black one has the
has
Xbox,
the Xbox logo.
Yeah,
Yeah, the black one is the Xbox branded one. In the other
off
one,
to the left.
it's gonna most likely
Yeah.
be just the Windows version, which
So there's-
also leaves some questions about what does an Xbox version actually entail. Is it just a hotkey that brings up the Xbox app, or is it something beyond that? You know,
I don't know about that, but I do know is that on the bigger one, it's going to have that bigger battery, but on the lower tier one, it's going to be a 65 watt hour battery. I can say
Okay.
that.
okay.
And that's what we have now in the X, right?
Is it 65? I want to say it's less actually. It's like 62.
No,
Oh,
I-
it's been a while.
It's been a while. Yeah, I forgot the number.
No, the
exactly.
X, the X
LAX
man,
is-
the X is
has
80.
80 watt.
It's 80
Yeah,
watt hour.
that seemed too low for
I was going to
uh,
say no. The original Ally though was
original
like,
Ally had even smaller than
was
that.
60
Yeah.
something,
Yeah.
right?
No, I think it was in the 40s,
It was
wasn't
in
it?
the
Or
oh, crazy. So
it
yeah,
was,
80,
it was pretty tiny.
80 in the X. We're looking at 65 in the lower tier of the new Ally 2,
There you go. 45 for the original.
and then a big
Thank you
honking
to
battery in the high SKU. 45 for the original. Jordan
Yeah.
in chat's got it. Thank you,
Yep.
Jordan.
Yeah, I remember it being really small.
So
on the
it's gonna
original Ally.
be mid. It's gonna be middle range for battery life, with the lower tier other stuff too, right? So chipset, all that, good times. Okay, well, Asus, we'll see what you're doing with this. But again, apparently they were surprised to see this leak. Like, oh, that's what it's gonna be. Oh, well, we'll get ready for that then. But yeah, Microsoft really took a hand in designing this one.
It sounds like they took both hands.
Yeah. They just took both hands, grabbed it, and said, "We want to make the best GameCube keyboard V2
spiritual
controller
successor
ever."
to it.
Spiritual successor. Oh man, and again, it looks very comfortable. It's going to be ridiculous as far as carrying it around though. Like the case you're going to need for that, it looks like the PlayStation Portal at a minimum.
I was gonna say like the
Big old
PlayStation Portal
case.
looks kind of stupid,
You're good.
but it's
Right.
so
You're gonna need a-
comfortable. It's so comfortable.
It
That's
is
the thing.
comfortable. Yeah.
Asus and or Microsoft are going to partner with Pelican because that's the only company that's going to be able to make a case for this thing.
Yeah, it's going to be like a
This big
steel.
Pelican briefcase.
Are you sure it's not gonna be Samsonite? They're gonna have a suitcase for it next.
Yeah. You buy it at the airport.
People keep saying cow udder. It's got cow udders. Like maybe you could like store, like liquids,
Oh,
like
jeez.
some pop or something in the sides. Just have Anyways, I'm not going to continue that train of thought. Other things going on this week are Eden. So Eden's a new
Yes.
Switch emulator, which is really cool. And this thing is coming off the heels of Citron, which has been like the main Switch emulator that people have been using on Android lately. Oh, you already have it.
Yeah, but
So
I've
there
been
you
messing
go.
around with it. I'm trying to see how many improvements it brings compared to some of the other stuff that we have out there. But
You saw the second alpha's out, right?
yeah, I know I need to
Ooh,
get it on
second,
there.
already.
the second
Nice.
big alpha.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
they dropped that last night.
Yep.
So is this building off Citron's code and taking that further, or is it going back to
It is
Yuzu's
a
code?
Yuzu. They're both the majority of
These are all
So-
just forks, basically.
Okay,
Yuzu
right.
because
Yeah.
Ryujinx had a build, but it was very unpolished.
Right.
So when you see most of them, some of them do take from the Ryujinx build because
Right.
there are some things that Ryujinx was doing that Yuzu didn't. But I believe 99% of these are just forks.
The telltale
forks of
sign
Yuzu.
is when the first thing you see that gets started screen, and if you notice, they all
Yeah.
look almost the same. Every single one has the same get started screen. So
Yeah.
you know,
Michael Benny says Eden, appropriate since Yuzu is the forbidden fruit.
Yep. it's good. It's a good name.
Well, and so, people are excited about this because Citron being probably the most current Switch emulator pushing the envelope, their developer is who is making this Eden, like their lead developer, right? And that's why people are excited about this one.
There is a whole bunch of controversy, and I did not care to read it because
Sure.
it went on for
Same.
weeks.
Sure. Yeah.
There's something going on. Is something going on between them. I can't tell
Is
you
it
the
romance?
specifics. No.
Okay.
It got pretty ugly.
Bad blood.
Yeah. And I don't know where it currently stands, but yeah, it got pretty rough. But
Yeah.
Eden shows some promise. We've still got Citron. I believe Citron's still kicking.
Yeah.
And then Sudachi is the other one.
Sounds like
the other main one.
Right, Sudachi. I know Rob uses that one too still. So seems solid. This whole situation reminds me of like when Bret the Hitman Hart got into it big with Vince McMahon, and up there at that Canada show, you know, and he does the screw job, you know.
Oh yeah, the Montreal screw job.
Montreal screw job, yeah. Just what a way to go. So
what a rush.
oh,
I still
man.
think Switch is. I mean, a lot of it works really well. Like it's kind of amazing how well it works. But you know, Switch still is a bit fragmented. I mean, you know, so you will have to either have multiple versions of different emulators to get a certain game to work or whatever. But you know, what we have is actually pretty good. Like I mean, you know, beggars can't be choosers, right? I mean, the fact that we can even do this on our Android devices is pretty amazing. So I'll take what we can get. Honestly, I don't care who or what the drama is. I just want to test.
You'll enjoy it. Yeah. Well, I'm going to take over the screen share real quick here, producer Sony. We have a request in chat. Green Protagonist, show the public what Sakura retro modding is putting out since there's peer pressure.
Yeah.
So check this out. So Sakura retro modding totally fixed the the ugly design on the RP Flip 2.
This is awesome.
So check this out.
Holy crap.
Yeah, this is if
so
you have the gray model, good for you.
I bought the wrong
you can
one.
do this. Yeah, same.
Oh my.
Yeah. So I did get the gray model, so I'm happy to maybe pick this up soon. But look at that. Turns it into like a PlayStation. So you get your PlayStation buttons, you get your PlayStation lid cover sticker, and you're off to the races, man. Like that's so cool. Now I've seen others like put out similar stickers. Like someone made it look like a GameCube. And
now find the one where someone literally chiseled out the center logo.
Absolutely. Oh my, no. Please don't.
It's awful. It's not good.
No, there's.
We probably can't show that. We might actually like get kicked off of YouTube for that. It's abuse.
I don't even want to look that up. I started to go for it, and I'm like, no.
Yeah, man. It's
painful.
It fixed it. It fixed it. Oh man.
Dude, Michael Bendy's on something too.
Oh yeah, that would be very cool. And have the crystal, the Xbox crystal in the middle. That'd be
cool.
so cool. That'd be so cool.
Yeah, let's make like a PS2. I'm losing my voice. Okay.
Mr. DeWitt's.
Yeah, Mr. DeWitt's in chat there. Mr. DeWitt's, where is the Powkitty RGB50, sir? In the V90S.
No, V90S.
V90S. Where? Con. All right.
Winky face.
All right. Also today, looking at the SaveState app. You guys seen this one? Andrew, I know you added this in a weekly, and then I read weekly yesterday. I was like, oh, this is awesome. So saving my states and managing those save states across my devices is such a pain in my butt. You know, sync thing helps a lot, right? But this lets you organize it all on your Windows PC and pull all of your save states across all your emulators, across Steam as well, all into this like UI, and you can manage them. Andrew, what else do you know about this? I can't talk.
I mean, that's about it. I mean, I just happened across. I don't even remember where I found it, but the idea of it, of one app being able to locate and make accessible all of your save states, is something that we have sorely needed. So you don't have to go dumpster dive, because I couldn't tell you where to find the save states for any games on my PC. But this looks like it will make my life much, much easier. And then you can hook up something like Sync Thing or Active Sync, I think is the other one. Folder Sync. But once you find them, and then you just tie everything together, keep Dropbox or Google Drive or a NAS,
Perfect.
And what really stood out was the fact because this app's been out, right? So
Yeah.
it primarily focused on like Steam games and Minecraft support, but last week it added emulator support and then that was 1.3.8, and then 1.3.9 added Flycast support. So it's covering pretty much all of the bases with the different emulators on Windows right now, and I think that's really, really awesome.
Yeah, it's just cool to see somebody taking. I know it's like a personal project. It's not a huge team or anything, but I love to see stuff like this because managing save states across devices is such just a big pain. I
need to be better about it too. I'm very bad about it.
Well, it's like if I'm playing a game, I have to make sure I know, okay, which handheld had that one game save.
Yeah.
I want to finish this one game I was playing, Star Ocean Blue Sphere. Which of my 40 verticals did I have that on again?
Just give it up.
I will never give it up. I don't know how to quit you.
Give it up.
Star Ocean Blue Sphere.
84 years later.
All right, so we talked about tariffs, all the craziness. Now, guys, I mean, I think we're here. It's time. I think we're gonna take a look at whatever this has in store for us.
You lost your voice at the perfect time.
Yep, it's great. Let's do it.
Does it have a lanyard on the box?
Yeah, so excited.
That looks like a pretty serious lanyard going on there. Wow.
We don't have Ben here to like do the e-waste research for us. He'll tell us what this thing's all about.
No, he's getting close to his WWE debut.
He's getting ready. Okay, so this is a this is an RK3326.
I'm sorry. James Dewis just said, "Why does Stubbs sound like a Muppet?"
I lost my voice because I was yelling. I called up Vince McMahon of the WWE because we had a beef. Okay, it's a long story. This has 1 gigabyte of DDR3 RAM, 3.5-inch IPS, OCA laminated, blah, blah, 3,000 milliamp hour battery. This is basically an R36S, it looks like, with some modifications. And we have Deadfred in chat, too, so maybe he can help us out here. But it says that it has Wi-Fi on it, though. 640 by 480 is good. 10 simulators, quad-core, 2 SD card slots. Oh, man.
So apparently that lanyard is a USB connector.
Oh. Fancy.
Huh.
That would be pretty dope.
Do you remember the band Dope? They had that one song. It was pretty good. In 1999. Well,
I was not.
oh, look at this. Yeah, look at that.
Wild.
Wow. So this.
Now attach that to your pocket flip too.
Oh.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. That's
No,
my
don't
flip,
actually
too.
do that. Don't stop. Why did I say something? No, okay, that's fine. I thought you were going to try and put it in the lanyard hole.
Oh, no. Remember what happened that one time I plugged that power bank into my phone?
Yeah, they're coming out with a new version of it apparently.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, no. Well,
Are they really?
Yeah.
Why did
hey,
they
there's
give
a
you
little
two
lanyard,
USB
too.
cords?
Look at this. They'd give you a little lanyard and a big lanyard.
But why do they give you 2 USB cords?
You know, I don't.
It's value,
It's,
Andrew.
it's value. Yeah. Look, also a little. Oh no, it's a little pet film screen. Don't
I
Don't
hate
even put
those.
these on everybody unless you're
So
giving it to your
they're
kid
crap. They're crap.
to stop
yeah.
like greasy fingers or like dirty fingers. That can help with that, but this will not give you any protection. We don't actually like need this anymore for now, so we're just gonna
Yeah,
go
who needs protection?
and throw that over there. Then
That's great.
I need
and-
somebody to clip that.
oh, look at this! Look at this! It looks like what this looks
Oh,
like.
I like that.
It looks
the
like a
G350.
G350.
Yeah, it looks like a
Yeah.
G350. I think I got one of those over here.
I'm a sucker for the contrast with the white like that.
Yeah, I like the black.
Kind of looks
Really
like the
dark.
new Plus.
Hey, that little writing on the bottom of the screen
Yeah,
reminds
that's
me of the Kinhank, the K36.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
I like the black motherboard too.
yeah. Black motherboard, see-through,
Game console.
capital G, lowercase c.
That
It's a
drives
new
me nuts,
company.
man.
Oh my gosh, sorry guys. R36XX. Oh no, these buttons are upside down.
Or are they
L1,
right side
R1,
up?
L2, R2. What is?
Because that
I
way you
guess
can look
so
over
you
the
can look
top
at it,
and see
right? You
what
can look
buttons
and
it
you can
is.
see. Yeah, that's true. They're ergonomic. They're
I
not
was just
too
gonna-
loud. Here's a listen to how loud they are. And they're not horrible. They're not R36S loud. The D Oh no, that D-pad pivot. Fred, why didn't you tell me?
Oh.
That's horrible. Oh no. Doesn't feel good. Oh, the face buttons are kind of
still-
stiff like an R36S a little bit.
I hate
Okay.
the way the face buttons look on these devices. They look like they
Well-
went to the Dollar Tree and then painted in the letters. It's just awful.
Dude, why do you
I
think?
was-
Why do you think Band keeps buying new 3D printers?
I was excited because Nick on our website team reviewed this recently. I think he was kind of hyped on it a little bit, but the D-pad's
Yeah, but
not so
okay,
good.
but you can't take. If I knew that that was the reason why you got this, I would have told you no.
Well,
you
I know
can't-
Nick likes those budget devices more.
We
That's
love
kinda
Nick,
his-
we love
his
Nick,
thing.
but
We
We
He's,
love Nick, but he loves his e-waste.
yeah, he's
That's
an
what
e-waste connoisseur.
Well, he convinced me to buy the R33S too, so I don't know.
I found mine. the other day.
I think that's the problem. I think it's who he's speaking to. I think Stubbs is getting
Yeah.
his advice from
Yeah,
certain.
well, I like watching Fred's channel too. Like some of these devices, I'm like, oh, maybe that will be good. Okay, where is my Battle XP G350? My Battle XP. I don't have the pink one here,
Yeah,
but I
this-
do.
This
Oh, that's not.
volume
That's a
on screen.
353V. Come on, come on! I'll
Yeah,
e-waste
that
here.
Ban is not wrong. Nick is more of an e-waste guy than he is.
Yeah, it just took. We knew that already, but nobody else did.
Oh, I've known for a bit.
Yeah, we-
all the articles.
yeah.
I'm like,
Read this one. Okay, so here's the
This is fantastic,
G350. All right. So it's a little bit different shade of pink. Very similar though. Very, very,
Didn't the box-
very similar. Look at that.
Didn't the box for the R30? They're all similar. That's the same shell for all of them. But didn't
It's
the
all
box for the
3326.
36X? Didn't it have two? Didn't they say it had two micro SD cards? Because I've only seen one.
Well, there's also micro SD
is
card
there
on
one
the
in
left.
there already?
There's one on the
Oh,
right
okay.
too. There's one.
Yeah.
So
Okay, I
volume
didn't
up
see
and down
the-
on the left. Power
Is the-
reset.
Is the quality assurance sticker not
No.
over the?
No, it's not. It's over here somewhere. You put it
So
right-
Ban sent me.
Don't make me laugh. Don't make me laugh.
Ban sent me a
Quality.
R36S, a green one, and it's got
Yeah.
that stupid quality assurance sticker on it over the SD card
Oh,
slot, and
no.
I don't
They
understand
usually-
why.
They always do that. I don't know, to stop you from voiding the warranty. I don't know.
Which,
one has- I
doesn't
just
actually
realized
fly
that.
in the U.S.
Two
They couldn't
downfiring
do that.
speakers. OTG, all right, 3.5. Okay, so let's. Oh, I kind of like this firmware though. Oh, these buttons actually feel pretty nice. The D-pad might be usable, but it we'll see. We'll take a look here.
Play Celeste.
This feels like deja vu. Like, it feels like we were just unboxing a 3326 last week.
It's like Groundhog Day, basically.
Basically,
We're here every week, and it's basically the same handheld every week.
I mean, the screen, the IPS is very. This is the same IPS. I'm pretty sure. Like, this is like the same IPS you see in all of these lately. Very nice looking. What's the listing for this at right now? Producer Sony, I think it's
60-something?
like $60 because it has Wi-Fi, right?
There you go. Yeah.
It does have
Yeah.
Wi-Fi, which is nice. Let's do a little Street Fighter.
Yeah, I just feel like at these price points, and given how many options we have out there, I mean, there's just so many better options.
Actually, first, we're gonna do Tony Hawk. I'm gonna show you, Andrew. I'm gonna show you. I mean,
You're
Rob,
not
I'm
gonna
gonna
show
show
me
you my new Tony Hawk skills. We'll see if it carries over to the second game.
It carries backwards.
Carries backwards, yeah.
Oh yeah, Tony Hawk 1 is quite different than 3. There's a lot of gameplay elements that they added to 3. This should be good though.
Yeah, this will probably be pretty bad.
Ah, such a iconic level though. Like,
Oh, it's a little bit slow down here. Hold on. Do they have the manual at least to build in here? No, they don't.
No, there is no manual in one, I don't believe.
Oh no, that's what
Yeah.
I was gonna show you. Ah, dang it.
I think they have the revert though. I'm pretty sure of that, right?
Such a good soundtrack though, yeah.
Soundtrack's incredible.
Oh no. So embarrassing. Okay, 1 second. 1 second.
Dan wants to know which is our favorite Tony Hawk game. Or maybe
American
that's for chat.
Wasteland. American Wasteland for me.
American Wasteland was fun because of all the story elements to it. It was kind of neat.
This has a movie on it.
I don't know if you want to play that.
Let's see. Oh no.
Oh,
Why are they eating pizza?
have you
That's what
not seen these kind of films before?
Stubbs, please. Cease and desist.
All right, I'm just gonna quit. I don't know what's about to happen. They're just having a pajama party. I just
The better question is there, are there any books on it?
let's see what firmware's on here.
Because you need to
We'll
repent
look.
for what you just did.
I'm sorry. This has
What do they got? What kind of book they got? What did they have last time? Was it like
Is
Pride
it
and Prejudice or something?
Emulation
Yeah.
Station. Emulation Station version 2.13. ArcOS 2.0. Good. Books. Yeah, I'll let you know if there's any books.
We need our ebooks.
I don't see any books. I'm sorry, everybody.
I want to play some game portage.
Game portage.
James Porter.
Classy Cube. Stardew Valley. Willy Willy?
No, don't
What is
click
a
on that
Classy
one.
Cube? So yeah, if you're interested in this, $60 Wi-Fi. Is there US stock? This is a good
Oh, it's
question.
Minecraft.
$63 free shipping to the US. There's different colors. There's like orange, red, blue. This is like the last thing I bought before like the initial tariff cutoff happened, when I was like, oh no, everything's changing. It's fine, you know, like this seems all right. I wouldn't say it's like a it's not a G350 killer, that's for sure, but if you want Wi-Fi in your 3326, this doesn't seem bad. You're right, this is like a Minecraft port.
I wonder if Nick put
Or
in his
just-
review. How much did it cost before?
What I want to do here, I want to go to Street Fighter. You can always guarantee on every handheld ever made, there's
be
always
some
a
version.
copy of Street Fighter 3 Third Strike.
Yeah, Quadzilla has a good point. That is the God of War symbol that they're using.
James DeWitt's makes an interesting point. You guys don't need to buy every single handheld that comes out. You'd think so, wouldn't
I think
you?
that's
You'd
more for
really-
Stubbs than anything.
tell
You'd
us what
think
to do.
that. You.
Hey, Stubbs
look.
is doing some good in the world, though. He has saved many people from buying some of this stuff.
I'm doing this so
That's-
that you don't ever do this.
In some weird way, he really is a superhero, the one that we need in this world.
That's, well, some heroes wear capes, some heroes wear electrical cords. I am missing
USB lanyards.
USB lanyards. Well, and I'm afraid to wear like USB or electrical cords because I lost mine when my electrician Travis was here that one time. I got to get him back
It's
out.
not. Where do you get Travis from?
That's his name. My electrician.
No, his name is Ted.
Ah, shit. Pretty sure it's Travis. All right.
I
Alright,
can't
so
wait to see how this
producer-
D-pad performs.
Oh no. Oh wait.
All right. Oh,
Stop
actually,
stabbing it.
what? That's how I play it. That's how I pull it off.
Put it
I'm
back
doing
on.
You
it.
either went to
I'm
the
doing it.
Carey School of Street Fighter, or you
He
went
taught
to
me how to play the fox.
Yeah, Fox is
The fox taught me how to play this. No, Russ did, but that's just how I do it when I'm demonstrating. When I actually play the game, I just button mash. I'm just like, hey, I'm playing a fighting game, blah 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 blah. But if you
My
want to see me
favorite's the
clearly,
Shoryuken. I
the
typically just,
Shoryuken is it like,
typically a button mash for me.
isn't it down to right punch, down to right punch, or down to right punch,
Something like that.
down right,
I'm like, oh, cool, I pulled it off. And
down left,
you know.
right, something like that. I can't do that one. Yeah, the D-pad's actually performing all right. It's
I
performing
was gonna
fine.
say it doesn't
Yeah.
look any worse than some of the other stuff.
No, it
we've
needs a
looked
little
at.
like break in maybe. There's like just not very much movement. There's not much play to the D-pad. But it's fine. I mean, and the buttons feel pretty decent. Yeah. Overall, I would say this is a solid kind of like meh out of 10. Again, seems okay. Well, it's the thing. If you were to buy this and you never had a retro handheld in your life before, this would be an awesome handheld. Like
That's
nothing to compare it to. Yes, this has everything, right? It has all the games. It
I mean, it's
has Wi-Fi. It has everything you need, right? But when we're talking about like on this show and we've like looked at everything in the sea of everything, it's like, well, all right, here's an option for $60. That's cool. Pretty neat.
I think that's
Every
what hurts it
review that I
more
read
than
from-
anything.
Huh?
What'd you say, Rob?
I was saying that's what probably what hurts it more than anything is that it is almost $65.
It's
Yeah,
'cause of the
I looked in-
Wi-Fi.
I looked at Nick's review. He said that it was $28. 'Cause he got it before.
Oh, it was. This
he
was
got it
$28 with
before-
Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Well, that would have
Yeah.
been. That would see now.
That would
is-
that would change the conversation.
that changes the game. That would be rivaling this just for
Yeah.
value for getting the extra functionality. Even though the buttons are better in the Battle XP G350, which this, by the way, is an absolute recommend from us in general for a budget option. Yes, this is the better
Yeah, it's
alternative to
awesome.
this. Don't pay $60 for this. Pay $35 for this. Oh, Deadford, you got yours for $30 as well. Yeah, $60. This is a no-go. But if you want Wi-Fi, I don't know. There's a lot of other options. Look at, even the Mew Mini Plus is still awesome for around that price point. Where I had one around here. Here we go. Love that. There's a lot of verticals. I mean, even something like this.
There's just so much.
What the hell was that?
This is a 3566 handheld. What is this? The SJ GAM M19.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, it's the
Oh, yeah.
It's actually
Cyclops.
Yeah, the Cyclops. It's all right. It's all right.
Wait, was that my Cyclops or was that a different? No, it's a different one. I think.
You sent me
No,
the
that's the
M21.
you're thinking about the Chode.
No, that's
You
another
sent me the
one too.
Chode,
Yeah.
that's right. That's right. Well, so there you go. Oh, and I told you I'd report back this week about the SZ Dyer. Damn. My son has been playtesting this for a week. He says, no thanks, Dad. I don't think so. He has gone back to
Father.
the O30S. And with that, this is the last piece of e-waste that I had purchased before the tariff stuff. Now, I'm sure we'll start to get a little more in now here as things fluctuate, but this was the final hurrah. And to celebrate the final hurrah, I brought back a classic into the studio I have acquired. Remember this, Rob?
Oh,
Starting off, Retro
Oh.
Handhelds Podcast, Season 3, Episode 1. What did we look at? What did we review on air?
the data frog.
Data
Unfortunately,
Frog SF2000. So this is a version of it.
I hate that version.
Jaden Base from our Discord community mailed this to me. This is the version of the Data Frog that has all of the fixes from the community over the years. Everything's been optimized the best it can be for this handheld. The screen tearing is minimized. Performance is much better. The battery's dead. Apparently, I can't show it to you. That's no surprise. But this is like the goated version of the SF2000 Frog. And I was actually playing on it. My son was playing on it, and it was not bad. I'm like, wow, they actually cooked on this and made a $15 handheld seem like a $30 handheld. So the community came together. Good job. This is usable. I still don't recommend it, but
Is the analog stick
it has
a cap? Or
it has a
okay,
nub in
okay,
there, but
Okay.
this is actually, I sat down and played this for a little while. It was actually pretty fun. The screen tearing is a lot better now. And yeah, this is a classic from this podcast. This kind of started our e-waste train back in the day. So
Oh, when that thing dropped, people went crazy though. I mean,
Yeah.
It really was kind of like a phenomenon in our,
It was.
in our
Well,
Discord, you know?
$15 for a handheld, you accepted its shortcomings, and now that it's been kind of optimized and it has like custom firmware, like I wish I could show it to you right now. I really do. But check out the community firmware in our Discord. If you have one of these, breathe some life into it. I actually have a crazier looking one.
Yeah, those colors. Yeah, those are the colors that came after the fact, because it was just the SNES.
It was just
originally.
the SNES one, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and
I
here's
didn't know
the
they made that one.
Yeah, they started going crazy with the colors. Was
Yeah,
this
they-
the Super Mario edition?
Super Mario version, yeah. Super Google Lee, thanks for your super chat. I got the mini fix kit from Retroid, but I'm afraid to do it. Do you think it's sensible to keep the original and order V2? I like the classic so much I don't mind having a vertical, or I don't mind having a horizontal one with sticks. I mean, yeah. So if you want to save yourself the pain, you could just buy it.
I was gonna say one thing too. If you go into our community, and go on the marketplace, I'm
Yeah.
almost positive someone would buy that screen. That
Yeah.
wasn't able to get one. So if you wanted to make back a little bit of your money for it,
Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, I as well am a little bit hesitant to do the screen
Yeah.
swap,
yeah.
and I have one on the way anyways. Mine happens to be a review unit, but I was considering also buying one just to have. I like the Mini now with this new screen. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to review the new version of the Mini anyways. We'll see if I like it. But I
Yeah, I'm actually
love the
excited to get it.
classic, so
'Cause I ordered
You guys
it.
are giving
so-
me some FOMO for
Some
a device
FOMO.
that I don't care about.
yeah. I mean, and
Like,
Google
I
Lee,
almost feel like I need to try it.
because
Wait, have you not
wanna
tried
tinker
the?
and try
You've not tried the mini?
you haven't.
Oh,
This might be the one to try. I don't know.
I
and
mean, I
if you
worry.
have-
I mean, I know, like for you, maybe like its size might be the issue for it, though. It's just, that's the only thing I'm thinking. But it's like the coolest thing about the mini is that it's so compact. It's got the 865, and it really does fit in your pocket. It's kind of wild.
It does, yeah. And James DeWitt's, see you, man. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, he said he says the V90S is coming soon. Let you know
Nice,
when his
nice.
arrives. So that's cool. Oh, and there's more breaking news apparently. Producer Sony wrote in chat here, Valve reveals a new SteamOS compatibility system for non-Steam decks like the Legion Go S and SteamOS. 18,000 plus titles expected out of the gate. Okay. Wow. So SteamOS
That's a good thing.
compatibility has been
It's a very good thing. Yes,
up to.
options are always a good thing.
Yes, sir.
I need to get SteamOS on my Legion Go. I need to mess around with that.
Apparently, that's the way to go, man. I know that's what Zoo was messing around with. Okay.
And Mr. Grigg, don't stab yourself in the eye with a fork. We don't want that to happen.
Hey, 2 people friended me on Discord. I wonder if it's about the $20 off coupon. Oh, 10 levels. Pretty sure your coupon codes are probably gone for the RP5 Mini. Thought I would check. Nope.
Hey, that's
You
pretty nice.
are
Though. It offsets
in
the
luck.
shipping.
Yeah.
And postscript. You are in luck. There. They're taken now. 2 people reached out exactly. That makes me not feel bad because I thought I'd have to tell people sorry. Coupons are taken now. That worked out
So
nicely.
can I get a coupon?
Nope, they're gone now. They're all gone.
Let's-
Gonny poo now.
But fine, I'll download a car.
Okay, you download the car. That's right. And join our Discord.
Funny thing about that question is, we all would download a car. If we
I would
could.
love to download like a 3D printed car. I would 3D print a car.
No,
Not
you would
to
get
drive.
banned
Right,
if
like,
I
Yeah,
gave
come
you a
on.
car.
Dangerous.
If I could download a car, yeah, heck yeah. Where at? Where can I do that?
I can speak about 5 more sentences before my voice gives out tonight. Go get some merch on, you know where to go. It's in our description. That's right. Oh, Andrew has an RH shirt on.
Nice.
Support the show. If you're into supporting the show as well, just wanted to thank you all. Let's get this going here. I never know where anything is around here. Yes. Once again, want to thank you all so much for watching. Subscribe for more. Like, comment, share, if you will. And giving a shout out, special thanks to our subscribers, our special patrons, our owls, as we call them, Discord premium members. You all make everything here possible for us. Perks with RH start for as little as $3 a month. Join us in our Discord to chat and play games. And man, join us next week where we're going to be talking about, I hope not tariffs, anything else. But this week you're going to be seeing a video from me about the RP Mini V2. I should be getting my 34xx SP in. I need to mail my second unit I'm getting to Russ in Hawaii because they couldn't, for some reason, send him one because of tariffs or something they said. So I'm going to mail it off to Mr. Gamecore so he can do videos. That'll be fun. Check out Rob's Nintendo Switch classic video. Check out Andrew's new RP Flip 2 setup guide that's on our website.
With that beautiful picture of Link's Awakening.
Mm-hmm. That fun little HD mod thing you have there. Yeah. Till the next one, everybody. This has been Stubbs on behalf of Rob and Andrew saying, take care of them handhelds. And each other.
Oh, yeah.
Bye-bye.